welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be working on this octopus mold that I have. I got this from Lily and Rose during their huge spectacular sale that they do during the week of Halloween, I believe it is. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt to make this look kind of like a beach. So what I need to do that is if I start pouring the gold for the sand, it's just going to run into here because it's very liquidy. It hasn't set up yet. So there's a couple things you could do. You could wait until your resin gets a little bit thicker, but mine would take a while because mine is a 24-hour cure time, which means it will take several hours, not several hours, but maybe a good hour or more for it to get thick. And I don't want to wait for that. So the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take I have just a cheap hot glue gun here, nothing fancy. And I'm going to make a barrier of where I want my gold to stop. So I'm going to do gold, and then I'm going to do these two blues. And then I'm also going to do, add a little bit of a white in there to create like the waves and the beach. So I'm going to start with the gold. I have my resin already mixed. And I'm going to use these little 1-ounce cups also to mix, add the resin to it, and then mix in my color, because I have a total of, I think this takes about 8 ounces. And because I want different colors, I am just going to add them into these little resin cups. They're little cups that I have. They're 1 ounces. So I want the gold. I'm going to create just, you know, a barrier with, like I said, with my hot glue gun here. It doesn't need to be super, I'm just going to do like a small amount. And then I can back it up with just a clear coat. So now I'm using, this is by Artist Loft. I'm trying to, oh, it's called Metallic Gold. You can use any gold you like. I'm just using this because this is what I have. And I'm just going to add a little bit to my resin here. And if you didn't see my last video, you should check it out. I have this heating pad underneath here. It's a for resin, and it helps it cure a lot faster. It's actually an amazing thing. It's the first time I used it in the last video. It works amazing. So check out that last video. Actually, 2 videos ago. Like I said, it works amazing. Alright, so I've got my gold color here, and I'm just going to carefully put this into the areas that I have where just before it's barricaded off. And again, like I said, you don't need to fill it super tall because I can put a clear backing on it. I just need enough to fill up the area that I have so that it doesn't overflow with the, see the barrier there? If I go any higher there, it's going to overflow over my barrier, and we don't want that. And if there's any spaces that looks like it needs to, like this here is there's a little crevice that it's kind of hard to get into, just push and see. Actually, I poured a little bit too much over there. I see that. So what I'm going to do is just take my paper towel and soak up some of that. So that it doesn't continue to go. Alright guys, I had to jump off camera for a minute to kind of fix the hot glue wasn't working exactly well as I've seen others do. I'm wondering if it's because I have the heat mat, because it seemed like it was melting a little bit, and it was making everything flow over the barrier that I had made. So I may try it again off camera without the heating mat on a smaller project just to see how it works. But we're going to continue just going at it. So what I'm going to do is start with some white and blue up at the top here. And I'm just going to pour it in, because when I start this way, it starts flowing that way. And I want everything to flow back this way. So I'm going to do the white, or the blue, and a little bit of white just to kind of create the, it won't really be wave-like the way I'm doing it, but I think what I'm going to do is try to take my stick here and just kind of create, you know, like this. Something like that. And then we're going to go, and that was the lighter blue. I'm going to dump a little bit more of that in there. I think I can get into, because again, I don't want it to flow, the blue to flow that way necessarily. A little bit more white. Do a little mix. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with the darker blue I have here. And then I'll mix a little bit of white in there as well. For the same effect. And again, I don't need to fill this all the way up, as I can add a clear coat after. Oh, that kind of looks cool actually. It's making it kind of giving its own little design. If I just kind of do like that. All right, now I'm gonna go in. I'm going to add some more gold to my other resin here. And then we'll fill up the gold spot. And if you do it slow like I'm doing, if you do a little bit at a time, you can end up filling up the whole thing, which I'm going to try to do because I mixed 8 ounces of resin. If I don't use it all, I can use it for something else. But I would like to try as much as I can to use everything that I have. So see how the gold's starting to go in there? So now what I'll do is add some more blue, and that'll push it out that way a little bit. Add a little bit more of my white. And then add some of the darker blue again to fill up in here. I think this might turn out pretty cool. I don't know what it's going to look like on the front side. You know, the back side looks pretty cool right now, but, you know, who knows what it's going to look like when I flip it over, but I guess we'll see. And I'm hoping, since I'm using this mat, this is kind of a big piece, so it might take longer than normal to demold, because it is larger. In the video that I did using this, the first one, I did, let's see, I did this mold here, and I think it took like maybe 4 hours before I could fully demold it. And that was pretty quick, because normally I'd have to wait overnight with the temperature that it is here. You know, it's been in the 50s, and right now it's been raining today. So the colder the weather is, the longer it's going to take for the item to cure. Alright, so I think I'm going to add a little more blue, because I've still got some resin left, so I'll add some of the lighter blue. And I apologize if you can hear a plane go by. As I usually mention, I'm outside with lots of windows open, in like a sunroom, because when you're working with resin, you need a lot of ventilation. I mean, even if you don't have ventilation, you definitely need to wear a respirator mask when working with resin. But like I said, because my room is well ventilated, I have one, and I do wear it occasionally when it's really hot outside. I feel like the resin emits, you can't smell it, that's the thing. But you can definitely, it gets into your system, even though you can't smell it. Alright, I'm also going to mix, let's see, a little bit more white in there. And you don't need much pigment. If you add too much, it can actually affect the way that the resin cures, or say that it may not cure fully. It may still be sticky, tacky. So that's one thing that you want to be careful about, how much pigment you're adding into your resin. Alright, so I'm just going to give this a quick mix like so. A little bit more over here. Alright, so we're just going to let this sit, and I'll come back and check it in a few hours and see how it's doing with the cure time, and then we'll see how it's doing. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit, and we'll do a little check-in and see how it's doing. Hey guys, just doing a check-in. It's been a little over 2 hours, and this is still not ready to demold yet. As I suspected, so I set it for another 2 hours, and we'll come back and see if it'll be ready then. So it's still a little, I can't really pull it away from the edges just yet, so definitely not quite ready to demold yet. So we'll come back in a little bit and we'll see what it looks like. Hey guys, so we're back, and I believe I'm ready to demold this thing and see what it looks like. So it's been about 4 hours, maybe just a little bit over. And that's pretty darn good considering how big this thing is. You know, again, it's not fully cured by any means at that time, but at least it's enough that we can get it demolded. See, it's pulling away from the sides here, so that's a good sign. But before I go and just try to pull it all out, I want to kind of loosen the sides a little bit so that when I do, I'm not ruining any of it. All right, here we go. Let's get this guy out. So I guess it's still a little flexible, but it'll cure up. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over so that you guys can see what it looks like. Wow, I think that actually came out pretty cool. It looks like I missed a spot of gold here and here. It came kind of clear, but that's all right. No big deal. Oops, sorry about that. I just realized I out of focus or out of screenshot there. So I don't know if you saw that, but right here and right here, there's a little bit of clear. The gold didn't show through there. And here it's kind of mixed. It made the gold and the blue and the white made a little bit of a green. So, and up here, same thing. So very interesting. I like that. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to take my Sharpie. I don't know if I should use, I think I'm going to do gold because I have gold in the tentacles. So I'm going to paint, you'll see once I show you, but the little eyes, I'm going to paint them with the Sharpie in a gold color so that they're more pronounced and you can actually see it. Because otherwise, if you don't, you can't really tell where the eyes are. Yeah, so that looks much better. Let me see, make sure I got it all. Yeah, so now you can see I just did the eyes in gold. You can do whatever color you like. You could do black, you can do gold, you can do silver. I thought the gold would go good with this since I had gold in the tentacle area. I want to do this mold again, but I might try using mica powders. So it's a lot easier when you do mica powders because then you just pour one solid color on the back. But I wanted to try this just to see, but I really like it. Let me know what you guys think. And let me show you up a little bit closer. You see they have the little spots on the tentacles there. You could even, if you wanted to, take a different color Sharpie and do those, but I like it the way it is, so I'm just going to leave that. And I'm going to set this flat so that I can make sure that when it's fully cured, it's flat. And also, I just noticed, I'm going to show you here, right here, this should not be here. So what happened is, let me show you the mold. I overfilled just a tiny bit right here. And so the easiest way to fix that is I'm just going to leave this on my board here. And while it's still soft, because it's easier to cut, I'm going to just take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut around that. And just be careful. I'm cutting on my silicone. I don't want to go through that, but you don't need to press very hard at all. So I just barely did that, and let's see, it should pop right out. So if that ever happens, you can always take an X-Acto knife and just slightly cut that part out. Yeah, so see, that's perfect. It came right out, no problem. You could do it when it's fully cured, but it's a little bit harder. So if you find something like that happens and you can catch it before it's fully cured, it's better to catch it then. But anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to mention really quick that I was talking about this mat and how I did a previous video for it, and for some reason I thought I had already uploaded it, but I did not. You're gonna see it just before this video, so I apologize for the miscommunication on my part. I was thinking I already posted it 2 videos ago, but you'll see it just before this one. So anyways, again, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.